Hi, and welcome to How to Write Appraisal Reports, a unique course for the personal property appraiser. I'm the author of this course and your instructor, Dave Maloney. Using a series of video presentations and the latest in presentation techniques, the 4 parts of this course will cover a time-proven method for preparing USPAP-compliant appraisal reports. USPAP is an acronym for the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice. USPAP is the only generally accepted standard of practice in the U.S. for appraisers, and it covers all appraisal disciplines, including real property, personal property, and the appraisal of businesses and intangible assets. By the way, this course makes use of the most current edition of USPAP, including changes incorporated into the 2012-2013 edition of USPAP. In Part 1 of this course, you will learn about the underlying USPAP requirements that form the basis for developing and reporting opinions of value. Part 2 covers a typical report structure, as well as the types of report content and the driving forces behind that content. In Part 3, we even include a complete sample appraisal report that reflects the requirements of USPAP and the best practices of the profession. And here's a sneak preview of what we will be describing in Part 3, a donation appraisal, complete with a title page, a transmittal letter that's several pages in length, a valuation section on the left, and a 2-page appraiser's professional profile. And in the epilogue, I cover a few afterthoughts that will be of interest to the appraiser who is wondering, now that I have my appraisal report done, what do I do next? This presentation will keep you focused in a way that will help you better understand and remember the intricacies of writing professional personal property appraisal reports. Now, let's review this course in just a little more detail. How we prepare our appraisal is dictated to a large degree by the requirements of USPAP's appraisal process. Part 1 of this course covers the appraisal process and its all-important requirements for the development of an opinion of value, as well as the reporting of assignment results. Included in Part 1 is an overview of the appraisal process, as well as the requirements of Standard 7, which cover the development of the opinion of value, and the requirements of Standard 8, which cover the reporting of the assignment results. Part 2 addresses the structure, style, and content of the report. While USPAP does not dictate any particular style, format, or layout, most appraisers make use of the business letter style with enclosures. Required as well as optional content will also be discussed. And we'll discuss the categories of the required information and whether such information should be put into the transmittal letter or into enclosures, such as is done with the valuation section. Finally, in Part 2, we discuss those factors which drive report content. Included are USPAP, local jurisdictional mandates, the IRS, appraisal societies, and what is considered to be the best practices of the profession. Part 3 focuses on an actual sample donation appraisal, which makes use of USPAP's self-contained option, fair market value, and an extensive scope of work. We'll discuss the many elements of information which will be found in the report. We'll even suggest sample wording for them all, including for the types of information typically found in the enclosures. By now in this course you have learned how to write an appraisal, but what do you do next? In the epilogue, I cover tips to keep your reports professional. The use of a cover letter to convey the report to the client. Options for delivering the report to the client, and finally issues relating to getting paid and the use of retainers. This concludes the course introduction. In the following lesson number 1, we will focus on part 1 of this course, which covers the underlying requirements of USPAP. By the way, note the icons that look like tiny chain links below some of the topics. Those are web links to supplementary information that complement the topic. These links contain great resource information. Some might be displayed during the presentation. All will be listed and hyperlinked within the course outline on the home page. I welcome your comments, suggestions, or requests for clarification. You can contact me at dave@maloney.com.